The stream. This is the first of two streams that we're doing today. We're here at Slatford, which is just outside Edinburgh. I'm probably going to be here. Well, Arden and I discussed that on the way down here. I think we're going to be here till maybe about 1 o'clock, and it's just coming up 20 to 12 at the moment. We've got 442037 here, even though it's a class 385. That's the carriage number. And there she goes. This line that we're on is the Edinburgh to Glasgow line, but the slower one. So if you're not from this area, let me explain. There's a train line that runs between Edinburgh and Glasgow via Falkirk Grahamston. That's the fastest. It takes about 45 minutes to go end to end. But this line that we're on is the slow one, which calls at every single station between Edinburgh Waverley and Glasgow Central, where the quicker service only goes to Glasgow Queen Street. To go end to end on this particular line from Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Central takes about an hour and a half, I think it is. I think some journeys continue all the way to Dumbarton, taking roughly about 2 hours. Which is still quicker than getting a McGill's bus.
One thing I would admit about this,
We're live.
I thought you weren't doing the live.
No, I decided to. I've got my tablet in my bag there as well, which I'm going to do some recorded stuff later on.
One thing I will have to admit about Lothian train stations, how big the platforms. And also, I don't actually know about that bottom quarters for the gravel, but I did find something I've always wanted to see though. You know, you get British Rail fast train coming.
No, it looks like we've got a fast one. I think, judging by the livery, that looks like an Avanti. Transpennine, that's what I meant.
This might be your first. No, it's not. It's a 397. I don't know how fast it'll be going because also that train just left. Also, there's an old train snowplow sitting over there in the yard. Actually, I'll show you that after this.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty cool. It's black and yellow also. So yeah, so that will probably either be coming from.
Stephanie Harvey says behind you. Yeah, very good. I don't fall for that. I don't fall for these jokes.
Liverpool Line Street or Manchester Airport?
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say it's come from Liverpool.
Please stand clear of the platform edge. Fast train approaching.
We call that a fast train approaching. Ah, well, I suppose it's one that doesn't stop here, so it would be classified as a fast train, even though it's only doing maybe about 20 miles an hour. Stephanie Harvey says, where are you? We're at Slatford, which is the train station just outside Edinburgh.
That's what they call fast train around here.
Yeah, that's only doing about 20 miles an hour. If that.
Because that's what the 385's in front of it. That's got to stop at the same stations.
Yeah.
You see when I go to Manchester Airport, I get those trains. And unlike 385s and 170s, it's the same sound. You see when it's stationary, it's the same sound when it goes off. You don't actually know you're moving until you're actually moving.
Well, I remember when I was travelling down to Newcastle for a vintage bus running event. I was meant to get LNE app. Remember that day that we were in Dundee, and I got the E1 down to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
I ended up getting on the Transpennine Express when I was booked on LNER.
One of those ones you want? How was it?
Lovely.
The trains are very clean, aren't they?
It got me to Newcastle, and that was the main thing. I didn't realise what operator I was booked by, and then
you know how much they cost to Newcastle from Edinburgh, about £20. Also for the air card, they're maybe about 15, 14, if that.
If that, yeah. Because I've still got the return journey on the X18 to do.
I've just seen him coming past it. I've just seen a little flicker of white, that's it. When
What?
you see the snowplow, is there a snowplow? Further down.
Could do. Well, stuff will be alright there on its own, won't it?
Unless you just want to keep it in the shop.
How far down is the?
You'll be able to see it at the gravel bed.
Okay. Well, we can still keep an eye on the stuff. As I was saying,
That's a pretty good idea. You suggestion from you.
I think it was. And I'm going to be honest, I wasn't even aware there was a station here.
I pointed it out in the 44 before it could be better.
That's right, yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, I don't know how many things are going to be seen today.
Was that in between the times that you were having little naps?
Only people wonder.
I've got a few messages coming up on the chat board. I'll have a look at that in just a minute.
Somebody me knows doing this. I was going to take a picture and post on Facebook.
No, well, maybe not a wise decision.
See that yellow thing?
Ah, yeah.
That's what big snow clouds. They coupled into the bit, like the front of locomotives.
I'm wondering if that's a council depot over there.
It could be a network rail depot.
Possible.
I'm sure they have one around here. Because the next network rail depot or any sort of depot would be Craig and Tinning past Edinburgh, but it's where the LNER keeps some of the trains. That's a 44, isn't it?
That's the number 4. No, that's the
Same height as that.
And you're what, 5'6", 5'7"?
5 now. Oh, I wish I was 5'6". 5'7".
Oh, I'm 6'4".
Right, I'm 5'7",
Yeah.
You're closer to up there now.
A lot closer.
Any passengers that come from the other side, which should actually be going fast.
Right, let's have a look at these messages. Stephanie Harvey says, do you play Fortnite? No, never played Fortnite before in my life. I think I haven't spotted something in the sky, folks, but I'm looking up and oh yeah, they're playing. It's too far out of zoom for the camera, but...
It's a beach truck thing here.
Ah, okay.
I don't think that actually at least any...
And the big time says IA, okay.
I don't actually think any trains actually go into that, but it could actually be to the yard.
Could be, that's possible.
Because if you look that way, that's camera fun in front of it.
Jack Jr. says, watch him.
Good. Well,
I think it's meaning watch you.
other than that.
I don't know why I would do that, because you're my best buddy.
Well, it's one of the more engaging now. That's a 44 coming now.
Chris Passmore says, where are you? Well, we're in Slatford, which is just outside Edinburgh.
And it's one of the Gaelic sounds that, you know, you get some Gaelic sounds that actually sound like the actual station. This one doesn't. Because Slatford doesn't have an N in it for a start. I don't really know how you'd say that.
Yeah, because it's spelled Slateford. So there's a 244s, 35, that's also handy to know for going back to Princess Street. I didn't know 35 came
Well, I
this
don't know
way.
if it does. 35 didn't come.
35 does go to Princess Street.
Oh, that must have been the one that
it
was
does.
maybe. No, that must have been one of the ones that was covered up by that.
Aha. Unless it picked up at a different stop, possibly.
Several billion.
I noticed.
I think personally, you should do it in order. So like all buses that stop at Slatford or Slateford apart from one stop, just so there's not, you know, you're not wandering about.
Oh, that would be too simple. Way too simple.
I'm just glad we're out of winter now.
I'm just glad that we've got a bit of sunshine and some nice weather. And it's to be nice all week.
Of any sort, which is on Friday. It was supposed to be like this when I was playing swim, but it wasn't. So I was cold.
But it's pleasant today.
Oh hell yeah! It was almost the same down in Montford. Oh, don't say why it wouldn't be. I can't see any clouds at all.
No.
You can try to go on the bridge. You can see.
Yeah.
I'll give you a good laugh.
Oh, probably give them a good laugh when they see that your eye level's below the bridge.
Yes. It's also horror what I'm supposed to witness.
I just heard a train horn. I think we've got a fast one coming.
Could be a freight train.
I can actually see over the bridge quite well. I think that's probably more your level.
I'll check. It didn't sound like a class 390, that could have been like a 66 or something. Oh, I can't see. Just.
Because your eye level comes up to about there, doesn't it?
About there. Usually bridges are about like this, and I can't see. So filming for me would have to be like this. So I can. I don't know why I'm a phone. Yeah, no, that's got to be some sort of network area.
That could have been where the horn was coming from.
I'm guessing that because I heard the horn when we were talking about that shelter. We got it.
Obviously, for everyone watching the stream, we'll see a little bit more later on when we're down at Wallyford.
A lot of it. And then you are transfer line, Polish rails, country, spot rails.
Exactly.
In class terms, we can see 220s, 221s, 385s, 800s, 801s, 802s, 803s, and
So basically, we'll see every type of rail train.
not everyone, unfortunately. One time knows something about them. Terminals are my favourite trains. What are your favourite trains? Yeah, oh no, you like
I like them all.
385?
385s I can kind of come and go with because I see them quite a lot around my way.
True, but I was saying to my mum, because I showed her I was thinking one, you know, like the seats are in 385s.
Yeah.
156s have the same seats too. I was a part of some sort of refurbishment project, so I don't know 170s beginning, but the seats are a lot more comfortable than they look. But I wouldn't fancy it for an 11-hour journey. So.
No.
I can't believe we got away for that price. When I told my cousin there's no way, so yeah, it's true.
Yep.
Just think about it. Change it. We said about £135. Because the original price was about £200, 205. So.
Yeah.
And I went to 105 and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the poppy bus that I was telling you about. It's just turned.
Just seen me come to it. That was the street day.
Yeah.
I've seen that one a few times. I don't think I've got them bigger.
But that's not a street deck. That's a Volvo B5.
No, but street deck is a game. But whenever I think of them on YouTube, I get so many people saying it's a street deck. And once again, I said, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I see it as a street deck. The Game 3, you know the ones that are on the number 19? They're Game 3s. They're street decks. Check mate.
Alright. Let's have another 385.
This one isn't stopping.
It looks like they're proceed at restricted speed through the station.
It's 20 miles an hour but on the side rails, I don't know why.
I never noticed that.
I don't know why they're going so slow. Unless it's because of some congestion in Haymarket.
Possible. As you were saying, yeah, there could be some sort of congestion at Haymarket or Waverley.
All I noticed is that the announcements are a bit delayed.
Yeah.
Imagine you, don't know, almost get hit by a train here and then hear the announcement saying, I know that the train's already passed.
Well, for a start, I wouldn't be walking along the railway line and I wouldn't be close enough to the edge to get hit.
True. I'm struggling to think what train halt, the train halt that on. I think it must have been at 66 or something.
I don't know.
It's got me curious now. So all I basically need to do, apart from what's sort of this Cardiff situation with you, is book the M19 and the M92.
Well, I need to book that. I need to book those as well, but
yeah, we'll get the Cardiff thing sorted out first.
yeah.
once you get that sorted out, get your National Express coach booked, and then the trains.
Just a bit,
trains
just a
go
bit of a pain that they changed the time of M19 instead of being an overnight journey.
It must have been more productive for them to do it.
Possible.
Because if you think about it, but the other thing is, I don't think it is, because if you get into Glasgow for, what is it, 6:20, I was originally meant to be.
Yeah.
You've got more productive day ahead of you. You're going to be sleeping more, but it's more productive. Whereas if you get in at like 5:40 in the evening,
Unless it's maybe something to do with driver hours, maybe. I don't know.
but
I'm not an expert in that area.
perhaps, but so we'll get this kind of situation sorted out. Get your National Express coach straight.
Yeah.
Get the trains on the train line, and then get the.
Because once we've got that done, it's all done and dusted. It's just a matter of turn up and go.
M19. Then I need to book, and then you need to book your M8 at Dundee.
Yeah.
That same M92. The M92 leaves Dundee at 12:45. There ought to be a fast train coming from Edinburgh. One train on that side, 3 on this side.
Well, technically, we did have a fast train a few minutes ago that passed through. Yeah. Passed through at very, very low speed.
So it's like a brisk walk.
Someone's not happy.
Maybe he is.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to say any more because it's a family channel. Yeah, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. We're in Slatford train station just outside Edinburgh.
Big plane. Big plane. See the contrails in the sky above the bridge?
Yeah.
When you're done wrong, lovely station, it's just not enough.
Lovely station, just not enough trains at the moment. And hopefully we'll see a little bit more later on today. Yeah, there's not much going on.
There's nothing I don't like about the station. I really, really do like it. I like the layout. It's nice and simple. You've got really good vantage points. It's quick.
It looks like the trains are only hourly in both directions. That's what I'm thinking. Because the next one passing going that way, according to that sign, is 12:36.
Well, the way I see it is that the central station bound ones, they actually pass Cambuslang quite often, as you know. But
yeah.
Not all of them actually stop the Cambuslang. So I think like the ones that go under Uddingston and all that stuff, they won't stop there. But the ones that do go to Uddingston, I think will. But I didn't say anything about Uddingston. Didn't say anything about Cambuslang on that. So unless they all do. But I've seen some 6 carriage 385s pass there, going out from Glasgow Central to Edinburgh and vice versa. So I haven't seen anything.
Shots, Hartwood.
It always says Glasgow Central via Shots, and that's just
Uddingston.
Yeah, so that means it won't be. Yeah, so it'll be passing Cambuslang now.
Unless it's just one of the ones that I don't know if there is a direct train from Cambuslang to.
You want to try the seats in the shelter?
We'll do in a minute. I don't know if there are any direct trains from here from Cambuslang to here, is there? I don't. I think Carluke could be the nearest.
Well, the only ones that really stop at Cambuslang would be the ones to Dormuir, Lanark,
Motherwell.
Motherwell, also.
Yeah.
You know, like the slow train we got from Hamilton.
Yeah.
Again, Hamilton definitely not my cup of tea. Wouldn't be that way.
No, with all due respect to good people in Hamilton, I don't think the train station there was that good. I've actually got a friend that lives in Hamilton, but
the bus station as well, so I don't like that.
No.
It's just you want everyone combined in a little metal tube.
I wasn't keen on the bus station there either.
There's just nothing to spot. There's just street lights and all into it. 2 vehicles that we just don't like.
If you had to pick somewhere in Scotland that you did not enjoy bus spotting, what would be your number one? Least favourite place?
Probably Hamilton.
I'm tempted to agree with you on that one.
East Haven's a close second.
Well, for me, second would be Kilmarnock.
Really?
I'm just not keen on Kilmarnock.
What would you do, Hamilton or Kilmarnock?
My number one would probably be Hamilton.
For all the services that go there, you hardly see anything that there's actually there.
At least to Kilmarnock, you've got quite a range of vehicles coming in, but it's more the atmosphere that I didn't like.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. It wasn't just the fact that it's just it wasn't very pleasant.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Eastfield Ride bus station, I think, is the exact same. Same layout.
I've never been to that one.
Silverburn. That's what I'm trying to say.
One bus station I've never been to, but I'm going to give it a try sometime, is Govan.
I've been to Govan.
I haven't.
You get the, what is it, the McGill's,
There's a number 3, I think.
The 26 goes over from Braehead, or something like that. Braehead on the way to Glasgow Hope Street, you go into Govan Station on the way. And you know what, it's just U-turn after U-turn after U-turn after U-turn.
So it's basically Yutong town.
Yeah, if you can imagine 385's at Alloa, but triple that.
Just like Alloa's soon going to be known as a streetlight town.
Sure. So I wouldn't, personally for you, I don't think you'd want to go to Govan.
Might give it a try, see what it's like.
Give it a go.
Don't knock something until you try it, that's what I always say.
Yeah. Hell, you've like train spot, look at you now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll be doing we've got a trip to airport coming up pretty soon. I think, haven't we?
Not until July.
Oh, July. Because our next collaboration after today, I'm not entirely sure what it is, to be honest.
Would it be in the 10th? But I can't do the 10th because I've got my doctor's appointment.
Okay.
So 10th is...
That's this week.
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, I've put in the 253 to from Berwick to Edinburgh for that.
Monday the 14th then for that.
That's next Monday, I think, isn't it? So next Monday for what?
For Bear Grove, and you can do X10.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Route 22, you can probably just do on your own when you get a chance.
Okay, sounds good.
Because Bear Grove won't need long, 45 minutes at the station. And also we can do BU at bus spot in Canada.
Yeah.
And then the 12th was a Saturday.
12th of May.
Not April.
12th of April. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 12th of April.
This coming Saturday.
Yeah, because we just got Conisty and Arbroath for
This coming Saturday. Right, I'll need to move the.
No, it's okay. You do that. Well, obviously, I'm in no rush to think it, so we can just move the 12th. Why don't we do the 15th?
Funny that.
Tuesday the 15th.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, do that.
So that's like Arbroath and
Conisty, that's it.
Conisty.
Yeah.
Well, I've got an idea. What we could do is we could take any bus that's heading northbound, like 73, 73A, whatever, from Dundee to Conisty, and then we can just go to Arbroath after that.
Yeah, no, I've figured it out now. So 73 is the same. The only addition is that it starts at Cliffburn and it's more
customer information announcement.
72 is basically the same as 39. It stops at,
on Saturday
so it
the
goes from Nymus
19th
Hospital
of April.
into the bus station,
Buses will
and
replace
then
trains between
it goes
Haymarket
to
and
Effie Beaton
Glasgow
Park and then
Central.
straight to Arbroath. On the way back, it doesn't go to
Buses
the
will
bus station.
operate between Haymarket and
73
Kirknewton,
is sometimes to
calling
Effie
at
Park.
intermediate
74 is the
stations
more frequent one to Effie Beaton.
and
Therefore, the same
connecting
route.
at Kirknewton
74
with a larger
is,
bus going to either
74 is just
Glasgow
a
or
Monty.
Edinburgh. Journey times will be extended, so please plan your entire journey in advance by
And
keeping
then
these
that's pretty much it.
websites.
Well, we could take a 73 or 73A up to Carnoustie and then get another one up to Arbroath that once we've done that.
Stand clear of the platform edge. Fast train approaching.
Well, that's our first honk of the day. Hopefully get a few more.
And a nice bit of air from that. There's
Exactly.
going to be a lot more area from Walford. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for our Arbroath routes then. And obviously,
Ow!
and X7 obviously is still the same. So I was saying to my mum, if you needed to get to Arbroath and X7 was available, 72 is your next best option. Because everyone's convinced 72 stops outside where you get to 73, and that's not.
Yeah.
73 and 74 and 74, 73, 73A, 74, 74A is what you're going to get outside the bus station.
Yeah.
For Arbroath. Well, no, 72 now. That was actually nice. I was thinking we were going to get a honk from that train, and at least
To be honest, I didn't think we would, because I mean we haven't so far. But
that 3:05 departure to Edinburgh that we filmed, that was a nice clean departure. Which I take it the conductor asked if people getting on that train too. He asked me. Did he ask you?
I think so. Can't remember. That's why back at Princess Street, when I saw the other guy wearing the Lothian top, I thought, well, he's obviously a driver. They must have been changing on the number 30. That's why I thought I'll ask him from that stop what other buses go down here. But at least if we get a number 4 back, I don't know if the 4 stops at Waverley Steps or not, but at least you can get a Gemini.
Even if not, even wherever we're going to get off from Princess, we'll just walk along.
Yeah, exactly.
Waverley's fine. A nice pleasant walk to my work. Yes, and you usually leave around that time. You often see like foxes and squirrels and couldn't see anything nice. I actually got a wee picture of a fox.
What time did you leave the house?
6:15.
What, yesterday morning? I was still in bed sleeping at that time.
About 6:30.
What time did you have to? Oh, you left about 7:15 this morning, didn't you?
No, my bus was about 7:25. Got me to bus station for about 8:05, so I just had a breakfast and to watch stuff. Yeah, no, I've got a picture somewhere actually, I can find it.
I was still got that other sausage roll, but to be honest, that first one that I ate was actually quite filling. I might keep that other one for going home tonight.
Because when I was walking to work, across from, where Arthur is, and
yeah.
So I thought it was like someone's German Shepherd or whatever. It was the fox that ran away, but it stayed there long enough for me to actually get a wee picture of it.
Oh, okay.
I remember being on board the fly coach.
I think a German Shepherd is slightly bigger than a fox.
Yeah. And I remember being on the fly coach when I was going to Pakistan years ago. And I seen a fox kind of seagull in its mouth in town. So how the heck did they do that in town? There's no bushes whatever for it now, but managed. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. So. One of the new fly Turismos actually went past me when I was coming from the depot. The seats look thinner than they do in the older ones, so I don't know if it'll be as comfortable.
Yeah.
It seems to be with any mode of transport.
I've got an idea.
Yes.
Next Tuesday.
Yes.
When we were doing Carnoustie and Arbroath, once we come back into...
Please stand clear of the platform edge. Fast train approaching.
I'll explain in just a sec.
Alright, sign or fast train.
I've got a feeling it's going to be going in towards Edinburgh. Because we've already had a train heading towards Glasgow.
Well, mind you, we did have... No, you're lying. You're not lying, you're wrong. Too fast to eat first. If they are broken in Glasgow Central, that one have to pass through.
Well, that one's definitely not stopping here. What did you make of that one?
It was on the rock. I had Andy holding onto the wheelchair.
The thing I was going to say was next Tuesday, once we've finished in Arbroath, we could go back to Broughty Ferry or to Barn Hill and do the 5A. I just thought, seeing as we're in the area.
Yeah, we don't specifically have to start in Barn Hill, but technically Barn Hill is still part of Broughty Ferry.
Yeah.
We'll just start at Broughty Ferry as normal, just head to 9 mils. Can't guarantee you'll get a good seat, but...
The only thing it does mean is, though, if we're going by bus, like up to Carnoustie and then our bus up to Arbroath, another 73 back to Broughty Ferry or a train, possibly.
That's true, because I mean, depending on also what time you get finished.
Yeah. We can play it by ear. If we don't have time to do a 5, then we can do that another day.
What are you sneaking up on me for, huh?
Was that another one?
No, it's a guarantee. Yeah. It's 390.
Please stand clear of the platform edge. Fast train approaching.
That will have probably come up from Manchester, possibly.
Houston.
Euston, London.
That's got me wondering, is Falkirk down this way?
Falkirk's that way. It's West Edinburgh.
That's got me wondering. One of the 385s must have been going to Glasgow Central and not stopping you, because obviously it's like Monifeed to Aberdeen, not all services go to Aberdeen, so
Yeah.
one of the 385s must have been going via Falkirk.
Possible. Because
That train stuck up on
this
me.
won't be the line between Edinburgh and Glasgow Queen Street going to Falkirk High.
Because the one to Queen Street is behind Rathole. So when you're standing at Edinburgh the Mount, you can actually see the 385s and 334s and that just behind you. If you can imagine heading out towards Rathole, towards Edinburgh Airport, that's where that line is, where that goes to Edinburgh Park. So we are on the West Coast. Strong, that train. Does something smell weird? It's not us, but something it smells weird.
Well, what sort of
I
smell?
don't know, I can't describe it, it just smells rubbery. Or
Like
just,
fumes.
yeah, it's a bit unpleasant, I don't know what it is.
I think it came off one of these old buses that's just gone past.
That 390 snuck up on me, I just seen a wee bit of light there.
I didn't even know there was one coming until you mentioned it.
Yeah, no, I just happened to look there, so okay. Trains would be faster going past that way.
Yeah. And we'll obviously see a lot more at Wallyford.
True. But it's a bit weird, isn't it? We're on the West Coast main line heading into Edinburgh. We leave in Edinburgh in the same direction, but we're going to be on the East Coast.
It's actually weird because we're saying we're on the West Coast main line, but we're actually in Edinburgh, which is on the East Coast.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? It's like the little centre point. It's like Edinburgh Waverley. It's weird. It's like when we go to Plymouth, you'll have trains that go on the southwestern main line, but you also got trains on the Great Western main line.
I'm just glad that we managed to get on the same train.
True.
Only thing I'll need to do is
I
phone.
didn't think you would, to be honest. But I only seen like one seat left. I thought, have I got the last one? But at least there was a backup option. And somehow you, the bugger that you are, would get to Plymouth 20 minutes.
I'm actually thinking I probably won't do the full journey from start to. What I might do is do a little monologue, like calling at each station,
Right.
combine it into maybe a half-hour video. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I think you should, because it's not the UK's longest journey in the world now, but we are still doing the journey start to finish.
Well,
I
that's
think
true.
it'd be good, 'cause we can still start off the same way. Me videoing the departure board.
Oh, good day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
It's not. I'm so gutted that it's not Penzance.
I'm definitely not doing it live though.
No, that would buffer. I mean, the thing about it.
I would buffer in quite a few places.
Yeah, especially like between Edinburgh and Berwick. But sure, I'm so gutted that it's not the Penzance, but at least we have the way the Penzance sorted.
Exactly.
You haven't got your second train book yet.
What, from Plymouth to Penzance? No, not yet.
So don't be
Due to improvement work.
I'm going to be doing that very soon though.
On Saturday the 19th
For 2 hours
and
journey.
Sunday the 20th of April. Trains will operate between Edinburgh.
See if I hear that
and
announcement
Glasgow,
once more, I
with
swear
buses
I will
replacing
scream.
Trains between Shotts and Glasgow Central. Journey times will be
That might be a
extended,
little thing for you.
so please plan your
Maybe.
entire
20th
journey in
of
advance
April, go to Shorts
by
Train Station.
checking
They'll
the
be available.
SlotRail website.
I can't do that day
or
because
downloading
the guys that are mates with that are in the band are doing a gig in Edinburgh, and I promised I'd live stream it.
Well,
I'd live
I'll
stream
have a
it for them that day.
Well, I'll have a look on Flickr, see if I can find it, and I'll send you pics.
Was it just the 20th?
I think it was.
If it was the 19th as well, I could have slipped through on the 19th. Got some
I don't know if it
pictures.
was. I'll wait till his announcement comes on again. Annoyingly.
Well, the fact that I'm still live streaming, I can't rewind the live stream.
I could, but I can't log.
Yeah. Well, that's a thought, folks. I forgot to ask if it's buffering anyway today while we're at Slatford. Please let us know,
Or even Wallyford, especially.
or even Wallyford, because
I don't know, last time it was.
there will be a live stream coming up from Wallyford later on this afternoon. We're going to be streaming here. I mean, what time is it just now? 12:14.
Half an hour.
probably till about 1:45. In fact, I'll turn the stream off at 1:45, and then we're heading down to Walliford. I'll do a couple of recorded videos on the way down.
Don't film at Waverley. Don't like it. You get in deep trouble there. I mean, I've asked many times because you get YouTubers filming there, and I've asked him. I said, "But other people film this. Why can't I?" He said, "No, he's not using the network." And I said, "Okay." Steve Marsh got in trouble for that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember him saying that.
I'm not. I'll whisper to you.
Tell you what. That's the torch. Hang on.
Why take a picture of this evening, you see?
Oh, we're back on. We're back on. I pressed the wrong button there, folks. Sorry. Well, it does. It certainly does.
The 20 bus must be once an hour, but I've not seen another 20 since the first one.
I think so.
It's a 35. Yeah, it's a 35.
So
I just assumed 35 would go to.
we can get the 4. The 30. I think the 35 does go to Princess Street. Yeah. That's a definite.
Yeah, but that's the one right behind you.
So we can get the 4, 35, or 44. We're not sure about the 20.
I don't think the 20 does go.
No, I've.
The 20 came from there into there.
I've got my doubts about it.
Nah.
We can check the board when we.
I'm pretty sure the
go
4
down
goes
there.
in the business, doesn't it? I don't
Yes.
know about those, but.
I don't know either.
Well, that's something else we can ask the driver. We do get a 4, so.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's like Invergary, but much better. Because for start, there's trains. Because remember when we were waiting at the bus stop to get back into Dundee when we didn't think we see a train of 1701 past?
I remember that day that we went to.
This is the customer
Monifieth
information announcement. Please make sure you're on the platform in plenty of time. When the train arrives, please use all available doors for safe and quick departure.
Remember when we went to Monifieth and the bus was only going as far as Barry, and we ended up getting the train back into Dundee?
54. Oh yeah, I missed it.
Yeah.
It's not every day what has its way though, so I have to admit. 54 minutes just to get to the village.
Yeah.
I actually do want to do a little bit of swapping at Barry because not even because you know the 158 stop at Arbroath and Montrose, Monifieth and Carnoustie, even they don't stop at Barry. So any train that will go past them, apart from one train in the morning, one train in the evening, they'll all be fast. I don't know how big Barry is though. I know it's similar to Balmsey. Balmsey station you can probably fit as platform about 3-4 times a month.
Well, I've got an idea.
Do you?
Next Tuesday, why don't we do Carnoustie, Barry, and Arbroath?
Yeah. Also, Barry will be the first.
We can use buses in between, like between.
Now, also you can drive to Barry on the 73.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get to Barry station from there though.
Sure. Well,
We can ask the driver.
there is a thing called Google Maps. But mind you, you saw what that did to us in Stonehaven.
I don't have much data on my phone, and I'm not trusting your Google Maps.
No, well, my
Well,
Google Maps wasn't the best.
The Shanghai, if this case.
Aye, well, yeah, maybe Melbourne if we're.
At least we're on holiday, unintentionally.
And at least if we need directions, just say to somebody, "G'day, mate."
Yeah.
Not that I can do an Aussie accent, because I can't.
You can't even do a Dundee accent.
No, can't even do my own one.
Accent, and you can just about do an Aberdeen one. Pretty good, actually. Edinburgh people don't really have an accent, do they?
Not really.
They do, yeah. Inverness people don't do it.
This is a customer.
I know Bob-
My Geordie accent's pretty poor.
Yeah.
My Mancunian one's not
Buy
bad.
your M-ticket from the ScotRail
Lancashire?
app and remember to download
Manchester.
and activate your ticket before
What's in
boarding.
Manchester?
M-tickets bought with a rail card
Um,
must be validated
how
by
does that
showing
go
your
again?
rail card at the time of inspection, and your mobile device must have plenty of charge. Otherwise,
I'm
your
reckon you're
ticket is
Newcastle.
not valid.
Why you like
Yeah,
my Geordie? Why ain't man? And I just said that on YouTube Live.
Yeah. What's in Manchester?
Try to think how it sounds again. I don't care. I don't care, mate. I'm from Manchester.
Similar to Brummie.
You seem alright? I'm a
Brummy
Brummy
in
from
Birmingham?
Birmingham.
Brum, the TV show.
What one?
Brum. The little yellow car guy.
I don't know.
I wonder if that was made in Birmingham. Doubt it, but
Don't know.
it's possible.
I think my worst accent though is probably my London one.
You can do a Liverpool one, I know that.
I'm a Scouser from Liverpool. No one of mine,
Please
mine.
stand clear of the platform edge. Fast train approaching.
Now, what side is it going to be on? That's the $1 million question.
Is that the Edinburgh do you think? Yeah.
Thanks, Fla. So please go that way.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks, my man.
Not big. I mean, if that sign wasn't clear enough. Oh, hello.
No, well, this doesn't say if it's actually platform 1 or 2. That's the same one that we saw a little while ago, I think.
I need to see, I don't think it is. Because I recognise that one. That's the only
Was
one
that not the same one that passed us about?
Checking now. That's the only one that Transfer9 have that has the grey front instead of the blue front, and that one follows me around everywhere.
So it's like your 407s of Avanti.
Yeah, it's the same one. You're right.
I thought that because I just went into Edinburgh and dropped off and then loaded up again.
I think I'll be passing Carlow, going on to the Transfer9 line, so either going to...
I'll clear some space here for you.
Because if it was going to Newcastle, it would go past Waterford.
Aye.
So you get 802s that do that.
And
802s only go as far as Liverpool, Newcastle, Manchester City. Newcastle's funny because you saw that's when we go to Weston eventually, and I'm really looking forward to it. The transfer chains will stop at Alnmouth, Berwick, Weston, Newcastle, Moorhead as well.
the thing that I'm thinking is, if you want to sit down, I don't mind clearing some space here.
I only had one meal yesterday.
I had lunch and dinner. I didn't bother with breakfast.
You get the chicken cheddar at my work, which is like skewers, strips, wings, and little nachos. But also we can't eat the strips and things. So
one thing I love is nachos, but I don't like guacamole.
Yeah.
So
my mum and my missus have like 3 strips and nachos and that. And I had the combo feast, which is 2 skewers, onion rings, fries, which are like our skinny chips. When you had the burger last one, we had the fries in it. And
one thing I'll definitely do is when I do eventually take you to the Mansfield Arms in Socky, I'll order the combo sharer for a starter for both of us. It's like nachos with everything, like salsa and all that, really good.
That big on that.
Only thing is, I'll ask them to leave out the guacamole because I don't like guacamole.
Have you not had the nachos in my work before?
I think so.
Yeah. Was it just leave the guacamole?
Basically, the nachos
You can have it. Tell you what, see next time.
Yeah.
Order the combo feast. You can make your own meal up. You even add a rump steak on if you want to. As I know you like your steak well done, don't you?
Okay, right, we're back.
This is a customer information announcement. Due to improvement work taking place on Saturday the 19th of April, buses will replace trains between Haymarket and Glasgow Central. Minibuses will operate between Haymarket and Kirknewton, calling at intermediate stations and connecting at Kirknewton with a larger bus going to either Glasgow or Edinburgh. Journey times will be extended.
So you know what I'm thinking? I'll go down to Glasgow Central, get some shots there, and then I'll go back to Buchanan Street, jump the 900 to Haymarket and get some there. Worst comes to the worst, if I can't...
You could find anything there. You might even get some of the new Evil tours.
Or if the worst comes to the worst, if I can't get a seat on the 900, I could check to see whether the guacamole bus, as I'm going to call it, 090 calls Haymarket. I don't know if Flixbus stop at Haymarket or not. Or I could even get the airport bus, the
Just get a choo-choo.
air service to...
Just get the train.
Maybe. Or maybe get the air service to the airport, jump on the 100.
Maybe.
I don't know if the 100
Or the
stops
long,
at
or you can
Haymarket.
do the long way, just get a 900 to even Rathbone and just get X18 from there.
Possible.
Or an X38. What
Possible.
I'm thinking is, why don't you get the train from Queen Street? That's it, because about 40 minutes.
Could do.
Saves a lot of time.
Could do.
I just shoot you because I mean, think about it.
I won't be too late back that night because the 19th and the 20th, that's the night WrestleMania's on. And I'll be watching that both nights.
I'm looking forward to the. So, CM Punk, did you hear what happened with Reigns and that?
No.
Did you know that special favour CM Punk asked Paul?
Yeah.
CM Punk asked Paul to be in his corner.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania. And also Roman said, tell him no, and Paul said, it's a special favour. So basically, Roman and Paul are no longer a thing, at least at the minute.
Yeah, because Roman Reigns is kind of...
I wouldn't say...
He's kind of going between heel and face at the moment.
He's not as friendly as he was as a face. So I'd say he's definitely a bit of both. Because I would say, like, the original bloodline's still no longer a thing, but they're still going to come together. And also Kevin Owens... You know what?
I've heard in real life Roman Reigns is actually a sound guy.
Yeah, true. You know what I heard about Kevin Owens?
What?
So he done the pile driver to Reigns. He did he done the pile driver to Orton, but he's out of WrestleMania because he's got a neck injury. Because he didn't. I don't like Kevin Owens at all.
I was reading online to see who's going to possibly be turning face, and I even googled to see if Drew McIntyre is going to be going face.
He's not getting any title wins, and he's getting a bit boring as a heel. All he does is attack from behind and moans.
Yeah. So surely that there must be something coming up.
If he's not going to be, I mean, I'd assume Asuka, when she eventually comes out, she might be a face. Bianca Belair needs to be a heel soon.
I've heard rumours that Jade Cargill's going to be turning heel.
Bianca suits being a face, but I think she'd be. But she said to herself she wants to be a heel.
Well.
Who else would be? John Cena doesn't suit being a heel.
I've heard that there's another heel turn coming. The Wyatt sticks.
They're not already heels. They're already heels anyway.
Unless that's happened, and I've just been reading
they've always been heels.
Out-of-date information.
I think Piper Niven, or whatever her name is, New Jo, I think she should actually leave. She's pointless. Chelsea Green's a bit annoying. Charlotte Flair needs to retire. I mean, I've seen the amount of...
I find Chelsea Green very irritating.
Have you seen Charlotte Flair? She looks so different.
Yeah.
In like a weird way.
Well, if you're watching the stream, folks, welcome. We're here at Slatford. This is what we do in between the trains. We just chat about anything, basically.
Sure.
As long as it's family friendly.
For the most part.
Well, if you want to see some more trains...
Because the announcements are delayed, I've figured out with this station, you need to have eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah.
For example, that 3890, we could have easily missed seeing that.
I think there's more... It's more of a challenge train spotting here than, say, Broughty Ferry or Carnoustie or anywhere like that.
With how central the station is.
Yeah.
It's not that far out, but it's so...
I mean, the other night there, when I was coming back from Perth, Saturday, we went past Cornton, and we had to stop because the lights are flashing red.
Yeah.
And I didn't get my phone out in time. My 385 just went past heading towards Dunblane. And I was listening to music on my headphones at the time anyway. So.
Dunblane. The other ones don't go past Cornton, do they?
No.
That makes sense. Would you say Cornton's in Stirling or Bridge of Allen?
Stirling.
So it's because you actually go past Cornton before you actually get to the
Depends what direction, obviously, you're heading. But
if you're heading towards Stirling.
Towards Stirling, you go through Cornton on the City Link, yeah.
And then also vice versa, but yeah, that makes sense. It's a nice place.
Because if you're on a City Link heading north, the one that's going to like Perth or Dundee, you come up to the lights and it turns left. That's you in Cornton as soon as you turn left.
You have better visibility actually at the foot crossing, which is still easier to get to. Because at the level crossing you've got limited room with all the signs.
I would agree with that.
And I'm impressed about how frequently trains come past. So at Wallingford, trains go past so often they actually just go through slowly.
And you still get the fast trains going up to Aberdeen and Inverness.
I noticed that some of the trains, like especially that Lumo one that we encountered last year, that was actually going about 100, if not less than that. Just under that. So. And it's not that far out from Edinburgh. I'm amazed about how fast you go.
Yeah.
So there's the number 35 there. So that must be every 50 minutes. Doesn't seem like this service. I don't actually know where it goes. I know it goes over to Terminal, but what about the other way?
Not sure, because I've only taken the 35.
35 is 4.
Yep, Hill End.
I
I think Hill End's not that far from here, I don't think.
So that must be quite a short one then.
I think it's quite a long one.
33 is a long one, isn't it? Another one.
35, that one over there, I've only ever used it between Princess Street and Ocean Terminal, because if I've been going down to Ocean Terminal, I'm not confined to one service. I'll just take the first one that comes.
Or the tram, isn't there a tram that goes to Ocean Terminal?
Yeah, they've actually knocked down that shopping centre at Ocean Terminal now.
Have they not done that?
It's all gone.
Really?
I saw a video of it on social media.
When was that? Last time I've only been to Ocean Terminal, but that was when the shopping centre.
I think it was a few weeks ago.
What are they doing now then?
Not sure. I don't know if they're going to redevelop it or if they're going to
I think they should.
rebuild it. I'm not sure.
It's at the end of Edinburgh.
I prefer the Gyle Centre to Ocean Terminal anyway.
Yeah. No shops.
Better for bus spotting.
Sure.
Because you can, it's also.
I know, is South Gyle train station far away from there?
I don't know. Not familiar with the train stations.
That South Gyle, that's on the way to. That's when you get trains to Aberdeen and whatnot. So
Yeah.
Trains that we're more familiar with.
Because if you're going to Livingston by train from Stirling, you have to change at Edinburgh Park.
True.
Because if you're going by bus, you change at the airport. Get the 909, change on the 902.
Yeah.
Or you could also get the M8 to Glasgow and get the 902 from there, but that's longer.
What about the 090? That was the Deer Park.
Yeah, no, you'd have to go into Glasgow for it. Well, you could go to Glasgow for that one now. I don't know where Deer Park is in comparison to the shopping centre in Livingston. I'm not sure if it's nearby or not.
If it's a small enough place.
I think I need to do the 090 sometime for the channel.
Just to get over it.
Well,
Is there most you can
I'm curious to see where Deer Park is in Livingston.
I don't know.
The next train at platform 2 will be the 12:36 service to Edinburgh, calling at Haymarket and Edinburgh. This train is formed of 3 carriages.
Because the Deer Park that I know is just outside Cooper. I've been to that one.
Joseph
And what they do.
Joseph Masters says, "Hi, it's me. Hello."
And what they do at this Deer Park is that they have the wolves in.
Yeah.
The big blocks of ice with fish in it. And they get the wolves to knot at it so it kind of cools them down. Or what they do, why the cat plays I've seen on YouTube is that they blend like some kind of meat mix, like prawns or shrimp or whatever, like they feed different cats with like dietary requirements. And they freeze it, so it's kind of like a big meat lolly, because their teeth have little spikes and all cats have.
Yeah.
And she is made of ice. So you've always been taught this: never let a lion or especially a tiger lick you, because the little spikes in the tongue's actually enough to actually pull your flesh away from your bone.
I wouldn't let a lion or a tiger get close enough to me to lick me anyway.
Aslan's bad enough. Aslan gets overhyper sometimes. Like you'll get petted. Like me and my sister will get too happy. Ended up running face first into the table and
He's a character.
yeah, we're getting a new kitchen soon actually.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Trains will operate between
Edinburgh
Edinburgh and Carfin. Buses replacing trains between Shotts and Glasgow Central. Journey times will be extended, so please plan your entire journey in advance by checking the ScotRail website or downloading our app.
Oh,
I don't think I've got the ScotRail app on my phone.
Last one. You might get a crossover that one behind us for us, I believe it.
Well, if that 385 is not stopping here.
We're not going to get a good crossover, but that 385 is still there. Well, we might a wee bit. If you're standing at that end of the platform,
I'm just going to sit
The
here.
train arriving at platform 2 is the 12:36 service to Edinburgh. This train is formed of 3 carriages.
well, it's not going for it. I don't know why they're going so slow today. Unless this one actually is stopping too.
Yeah.
Really close, I was a food there.
I was thinking about darting up onto the bridge, but
Nah, I'm gonna.
there's no point now.
Nah, that was a bad crossover. That was more photo bomb than a crossover. 10 minutes.
Well, I make it 12:34 at the moment. I've got 75% battery left. I'm going to connect it to my power bank once we leave here.
It's funny I think we're actually doing one of these right now.
Yeah. How much is it to Wallyford from here, roughly?
How do you connect to Edinburgh?
No, I meant from Edinburgh to Wallyford.
Pennies, I guess, but it's only 5 minute journey. I wonder how much these stickers cost. The stickers for the dogs from the spot there. No, stickers are not good.
Oh, you mean like that?
No, the white dots, they're paint, but the blue dots you see in front, they're stickers.
I don't know. I thought you were meaning like where it says wheel route on that.
You see the blue dots?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
That's what they feel like paint.
I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure at all.
Oh, so it wasn't a crossover. It was actually a crossover.
This is a customer information announcement. Please make sure you're
At least when we get to Wallyford later on, we'll have more choice of
Right,
trains, though.
Please use all available doors for safe and quick departure. Train doors close 30 seconds before expected departure. Thank you.
But I like when train stations don't say what platform it's stopping. That advises you to be cautious at all times on other platforms.
It advises you to be on your game.
Exactly. And also it's more fun.
Yeah.
More of a challenge.
Because you don't know what's going to come, or
Exactly.
you don't know what to expect.
Stay away from extra platform 1, that means you have to be there. Because the chains want to hit miss. If you get chains once, you don't, and you're missing.
I still say at Broughty Ferry though, that's when you do get an alert that the trains are going to be coming about half an hour before it actually does.
Not as much now, because the gate's been updated. Remember, they only come down a couple of minutes.
Unless maybe a few people have been complaining about it, you know, that the gate was coming down too early.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it. 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, 12:37, I'll cut the stream at 12:45.
I don't think there's going to be another train passing, if I'm honest.
No. I think that's going to be it. You want to just head there now?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed train spotting at Slatford. Please do join us again in a little while, where we'll be down at Wallyford. Probably, I'd say the stream should probably be online maybe about 2 o'clock, 2:30, roughly.
before that, you know.
By the time.
Depends how often the trains run.
Well, that's why I was saying 2 o'clock, 2:30, just so that we know.
Don't get me wrong. Nothing I don't like about the station. Just need to
No, it was good.
No, I've enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed being here. We're here we only said 45 minutes, and I've been streaming.
45 minutes.
I've been streaming nearly an hour.
It doesn't feel like it, does it?
It doesn't. I think that's because we had things to blather about in between as well. In between, which we can always continue doing that.
It's not like
down at Wallyford.
If you're here for the purpose of chain spotting by yourself, you're going to get bored a lot.
Yeah.
But if you're here with a mate and you've got stuff to talk to,
It's more fun.
it's fun. It's fine.
Which is why I actually prefer doing train spotting with you compared to being on my own.
True.
Because if I was on my own, I'd probably be away. I'd probably only stay 20 minutes, half an hour.
Exactly.
Anyway, folks, I'll cut the line now, and we'll talk to you when we're down at Wallyford. Speak soon. Ciao.
Right, let's get moving.